Good morning, everyone. This is Doris Colgate with Steve Colgate on the dock with our hashtag Dockside Chats with Steve. Today, the episode is going to be about how you win races with a clean bottom.
Yeah, this is for you racing sailors, this is sort of a racing tip that you ought to pack away and use forever. I was on a 5.5 meter in 1968, getting ready for the Olympic trials. And so we had a little regatta, East Coast boats. We had a regatta, and we had our boat in the water for 3 days, and then we went test sailing against another 5.5 meter, in which you keep one boat to windward, very steady, and don't change anything, and then you change things on the bottom on the other boat as long as you have clear air, and you can see which one works best. Well, we went against a competitor that I thought we normally would beat, but we were working together, so he had to tow lines to go slow enough to keep even with us. I said, oh my God, we're going to the Olympic trials and we can't beat this guy. It's just awful. And well, then we hauled all the boats out. It was like a Friday, and the testing was on a Friday, and then we were going to start this regatta on Saturday. We hauled the boats out, cleaned the bottoms, and he couldn't come close to us in the racing. So let's fast forward 30 years later to 1998. I was sailing with Stu Walker and IOD's, International One Designs, in Bermuda in a regatta called the Gold Cup. And it was down to the last race. This is a change boat regatta. They had cleaned the bottoms of the boats before. It was a week-long series, and this was the last race. And we had to keep our main competitor out of first place or he could knock us down. So we went right on. So before that, as we sailed out to the race starting line, I said to Stuart, why don't we go into this little cove here and anchor, a deserted cove, anchor, and I have a towel. I'm going to go and clean the bottom. And so I did, and I cleaned the bottom. It was a fairly light day, maybe 7 or 8 knot wind. These are slow, fairly slow boats, heavy boats. And so we got on top of this guy, and we had to luff our sails to stay even with him. And we held him back, and he got slower and slower, and the rest of the fleet went ahead. And by the time we got downwind near the windward mark, the rest of the fleet had all gone around the windward mark, and they were about close to going around the second mark. So this fellow, our competitor, was desperate, and he tried jibing around to get out from underneath us, and so we just tacked on top of him again. And I said at that point, I said, Stuart, there's no way he can get into first place. So let's just leave him behind and see how far we can go. So we started sailing, and by the time we were on the leeward leg of this reach, windward, leeward, windward race, we were passing boats right and left, and finally finished, I think, 3rd place in the fleet. At the cocktail party afterwards, one of the competitors came to me and said, Steve, on that downwind leg, we're matching everything you did. We had your crew weight in the same place, we had the spinnaker pole in the same place, we had everything exactly like you, and you continued to move out. What did you do? And I said, well, I thought we might have to defend our win the next year, so I said, well, luck.